Hey guys, it's Kate Volman with Marketing Divas, and I have the honor of hanging out with James Wedmore. He is a super awesome guy. He is the author of the YouTube marketing book. He's been featured on Social Media Examiner, Entrepreneur.com, and he's just an all-around really cool guy. I'm a huge fan of his and have been watching him build his business for the past few years, and there is no one else out there that is as excited to teach businesses how to use YouTube and video to promote their business. So James, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, of course. Kate, you don't mind if I put my hand over the camera the whole time? I don't really like being
I have a problem with that a little.
I mean, that's actually a really funny thing people don't really know is I really don't like being in front of the camera. And
are you serious?
Dead serious. People would make an assumption that it's because I like to hear myself talk and I want all these people to see me and be like the spotlight. It is the exact opposite. I'm actually a really shy person, and
you are not shy.
I'm totally shy. I'm a big introvert. If you were to hunt down anybody from my high school, they would say James was the shy, quiet guy that everyone liked, but no one really knew. And I developed this. Like, if you go find one of my videos, or if Kate posts one of them, and you see these goofy videos of me going like, "Hey, blah blah blah," like, I created that. I developed that. I was not born that way. Trust me. But I've seen for a very long time how important this is, and I said, "Hey, I'm passionate enough. I'm just gonna have to let that come out." I study, comedians and great actors, and look at what they do, and it's easy for me.
Well, you're a film school grad from LA.
Went to film school, but I went to film school to study advertising and copywriting as well as screenwriting. I was the behind the scenes guy, and I actually love doing that more. I love getting, like writing out my stuff and conceptualizing and being very creative. But then it's like, crap, I want to press the record button, but there's no one there to be filmed. I got to do it myself. So, I get it. There are a lot of people that don't want to be in front of the camera. There are a lot of people that are reluctant to do all that stuff. And I'm going to say two things. First, it's easier than you think, and you get better with it. It is just something you practice. It's a skill that's learned. It's not this talent that only a few people have. Mm-hmm. Two, you don't have to be in front of the camera. If you're a personal brand, like an author or a speaker, yeah, you got to be in front of the camera. But if you're not, you really don't have to be. And a lot of what I teach is how to do simple videos that are really effective without being in front of the camera at all. Like, you can actually, if you don't know what you're doing in front of the camera, you could do more harm than good. And it's really easy with the tools that exist and the resources today. Video's a no-brainer, but how you do it is really the magic and the key. So that's where I want to step in. So I know you got a ton of questions. I just kind of jumped in there for you.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you did, because I think it's really interesting, because I watch your videos and I think that you're hilarious, and I feel like no, you are. You're super funny, very engaging. And what I love best about it is that before I even ever had a conversation with you via Skype and actually met you, I felt like you were my friend. I felt like you were talking to me. I felt like, oh yeah, James Wedmore, I know him. I mean,
we go way back.
What?
We go way back.
Yeah, we go way back, years and years. Like, that's really how I felt. And so what I love about that is that businesses have the opportunity, we all know that people do business with those that they know, they like, and they trust. So I feel like with video, you have the opportunity to create that with people that you don't even know. So I think it's funny coming from you, knowing that you're shy. So I feel like the people that are watching this, if they're shy, hey, take it from you, because you do not. I would never, ever think you were shy watching your videos, because you are. You're crazy. Your facial expressions, the things that you say, you're just so out there.
And then the camera goes cut, and I just put on this big oxygen mask. You see me like hurtled in a corner of the room, like, is it over? No, but the biggest thing, the most magical thing is something I learned very early on in my marketing education days. And I'm always a fan of, I think the people that are the most successful are those that are always continuing with their marketing and business education. And one of the first things I learned was that concept of swiping and modeling. And if you're familiar with NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, one of the things they say, if you want to be whatever, successful, better shape, healthier, more energy, more successful, more desirable by men or women, you model those that already got that. And so a lot of what I do, my big secret, I'm kind of, pulling back the
Share the secrets.
Wizard of Oz here, is that I just watch other videos and just swipe exactly what they're doing. For example, I went and saw and by the way, I teach in a very, we're teaching, you guys are learning right now. I teach and share in a very storytelling way because we're much more engaged by story. And video is obviously one of the greatest way we can do that. I mean, we all line up to go see movies on opening night, don't we? There's a reason. Now, I went and saw this hilarious comedic hypnotist out in Vegas 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And when I left, I signed up for his email list. He made some offer where like you get like a free ticket if you give you his email at his thing. 3 years later, his name is Mark Savard. I've never been back to Vegas. I still remember his name.
Wow.
Why is that? Because every week he puts out a video on YouTube with a clip or highlight of something that funny that happened at his show. That's the only reason I remember his name. I mean, how do we remember something we did 3 years ago, like someone's specific name that you never saw again? You saw a show for 45 minutes.
In Vegas, no less.
A lot of people try to forget, and I can't forget this guy. So, but that's part of the story is like the value of what that does. Anytime we do something with email marketing or newsletters or content, the magic word of consistency allows us to stay relevant in the prospect's mind. When I go back to Vegas, it could be years from now, it could be days from now, he is going to be top of mind, and if I'm with friends and I want to show them a good time, guess where we're going? We're going to go see Mark Savard. Now, that was a side tangent. That has nothing to do with what my point was. My point was this. I start watching his videos, and I like to consider myself a creative person as it is. Like, oh, I'm this video guy. I should know how to do everything. And at the end of his video, after he showed you the clip, he goes, hey, Mark here, and I hope you like that clip I just showed you. In fact, if you did and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And when he did that, he stretched out his arms, his hands, just like this, and using some magic After Effects that I paid someone to do, you could pay someone to do, he had this like subscribe button in his hands, and he like put it on the screen, he like points up to it, and you could click it and subscribe to his videos. And
oh, that's awesome.
Saw this and I was like, that's effing brilliant.
And you stole that.
Stole it, of course. You go and search through some of my videos, I do the exact same thing. And that's to me what it's all about. Is did I steal from him? Like I'm going to copy his marketing and be him? No, I was ethically inspired by what he's doing, and I did that. So the whole reason I share this is because there's so much talent and creativity out there on YouTube from people that are not business owners. There are people that are just there to entertain because they love video, because they love making stuff. And you can find this stuff everywhere and you go, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. And I love to be that guinea pig myself for people. So you can watch one of my videos and say, well, if James did that, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use this. That's what it's there for. And I encourage people to do that. Instead of starting with a clean slate, trying to reinvent the wheel and saying, this is such a big thing, I can't do this. This is too much. It's too overwhelming. It's really not.
Yeah.
And use others to just swipe and model and get better.
I love that. And it's so funny because one of our business partners always says success leaves clues, and looking at what other people are doing in their business, like, yes, model them. They've done it. They figured it out. They probably made a ton of mistakes. Yeah. And, definitely use that. And another thing that I really appreciate you saying is you have to start. Because I think so many entrepreneurs have that idea of everything has to be perfect. And, I can't put this video out because it's not perfect. I look at videos that I did years ago, and I thought, oh, I kicked butt. That was awesome. And now I look at it, I'm like, wow, that sucks.
Yes. Yes.
So
and here's the weird thing that I say. Here's the weird thing I say is, I'm very aware that perfection is what stops everybody. But I still am on the boat of, you're right, you do have to be perfect. You do have to be, there has to be that sense of raising the bar and being exceptional and remarkable. However, it's impossible to be perfect or any of those things if you've never done it already. because you need a benchmark. You need a starting point. How can you be anything if you're nothing at all? You know, if I'm going to make the best video, but you haven't even made a video, and it's all about how you can grow and progress from where you are. And it's so hard for people to wrap their brain around that concept, but it makes sense to everyone I talk to who's making videos. It says, you know, I made these mistakes and blah, 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 but they had to make the mistakes to know that they were mistakes. They had to go through the process to know, this is how it can be perfect. This is where I did go wrong. And there's some stuff you just can't teach, because the words that I'm sharing they're just words. And until you experience it yourself and go through the process, that's when you really learn it. And that's how you learn to be perfect. So I'm a big fan of, like, be as great as you can be, but you can't until you get started and take action.
Yeah. I love that. I just read this quote. It said, don't compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. And I thought that was so great, because so often we look, like, I look at your stuff and I'm like, oh, I have such a long way to go to create these awesome videos. And I'm sure you have your people that you do that too. But, you know, it's just, you can't look at it like that. You just got to go and put it out there and just know that the next one will be better than the last. And you just keep going and educating and learning. So I think that's really... Yeah. That's cool.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you haven't looked back at my videos from 3 or 4 years ago.
Now I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little awkward when you find those. So, but I leave them up there because I really, you know, that's part of my brand, is I really do like to be the guinea pig for others, and you know, because it didn't start perfect overnight, but I was getting results starting then.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, we're not even talking about video, and that's the funny thing, is like it's such a bigger issue than video. People get so focused, and I did that very intentionally, because people get so focused, I'm going to do video, so what's the exact camera model I need, and what version of this editing software, and how do I upload a file? And it's like, that's the stuff that will keep you from getting results and making money. Because that stuff is stuff you can Google.
Right.
How to export a video, what's the best frame rate, size, blah, blah, blah. That's the stuff you can Google. But the stuff that provides value to you and your business and can really transform your business is more of the high-level strategic and creative thinking. And that's really where I like to keep people, because it's so easy to just get to drown, really, in what I call the sea of overwhelm. All the technical details, how do I export it? Like, it's coming out, how do I do it like that? And it's like, look, there's somebody out there on YouTube that's already made a video to solve that problem, and it's going to be solved in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If you have the money and you're at the right resources, you can find people at just minimal, unbelievably inexpensive prices that will do the work for you. I mean, I'm actually out here in California right now, and I've got a whole film shoot set up, and I got a guy who's $200 a day to film my videos. Now, for me, where I'm at in my business, I can pump out like 12 videos, and that's 12 weeks worth of content that I'm going to be putting up on YouTube. For $200, that is a steal of a deal, because I don't have to do it.
Yep.
And if I had to do it, and if I was learning it for the first time, it would be a nightmare. I'd maybe get one video done in a day. Is that really worth like saving $200? Absolutely not. So let's stay in a place of strategery.
Yeah. And now for those people that just sighed because they would love to be able to say they can bang out 12 videos in a day, what feedback do you give people when they ask, you know, how do I even get started? I've never done a video. This is my business. Like, I don't even know what the video should be about. Like, how do you choose the topic? I mean, like you said, they're getting all concerned about how do I upload it. They haven't even created what they're going to do the video about.
Yeah. So there's two sides of it. First of all, because people ask that question, I have to guide them then down a very specific process. So I'll give you the process in a second, but I want to let people know that the thing about video is that it is a blank canvas of possibility. And this is me thinking on my right brain, the creative side, because that's what it is, essentially. There is no right way. There's no such thing as a viral video strategy or viral video formula. That stuff doesn't exist, because it's an art form first. It's a form of communication and entertainment and education. And you have endless possibility at your fingertips. So I don't like to limit people, but I love to give them a step-by-step. Here's the first video you can make. Here's a structure. So just keep that in the back of your mind, that you can really do anything that's possible with video. Just tell the story of your business, tell the story of a customer. I mean, I just like to say, entertain, tell a story, engage, and educate, and you have a great video. But let's start really simply with the fact that no matter what you decide to do with your videos, they all start with getting clear on step one, which is identify your intention. Every video that you make needs to have a very specific intention for you in your business. Then the question is, well, what should my intention be? And really, there's only technically one of two intentions your video should have. To drive traffic somewhere, your website, your blog, a Facebook fan page, or anywhere you want to send people, or to get them to take action. Drive traffic to a website, or convert them to a sale, or get them to sign up to your email list, or to get them to fill out a form or call a number. So let's spend our time focusing on the specific intention of driving traffic. That's where we want to set, because we can't really get someone to opt in or buy or do anything like that if they're not getting to our website. So step one is all about a specific intention of traffic generation. And obviously, YouTube is the place to do that. So where I like to tell people to start with is identifying the keywords, the questions, and the search terms that your audience, your customer, your prospects are typing into Google and YouTube on a daily basis. And when you identify what these keywords are, you simply make videos that are relevant and answer their questions. And I'll give you a question in a second. And in that video, you provide a call to action that tells them where to get more information. So let's take all that and give a specific intention or a specific example. One of my very first case studies. This is about a year and 6 or 7 months ago. It's a long time in internet days. Her name is Kristen Eckstein, and she's a book marketing coach. And she obviously wanted to get more traffic to her website. More traffic will get her more leads and sales for her business. And so I said, what is one of the questions or what is one of the things that your audience is searching for? And we came up with a keyword: how to write a book and get it published. And we did the market research on it. We found out, I can't remember now, I think it was 12,000 people a month are searching this, how to write a book and get it published. So she made a video. Her husband was holding the flip cam back then, because that's when like flip cams were popular. And she said, hey, Kristen here. And she was actually on vacation. She was at a beach in Florida. And her husband's shaky camera. And it's Kristen here. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to write a book and get it published in like 3 simple steps. And she uploads it to YouTube. We did a little optimization magic. We'll talk about some of that stuff in a minute. And that video today, it doesn't have that many views, like 6,000 views or something like that, which to me is a lot of views. I'm really impressed by that. But it's ranked at the #1 spot of YouTube if you type in how to write a book and get it published.
Wow.
And then it's ranked right at the top of Google when you type in how to write a book and get it published. So what do they see as soon as they ask that question? They see Kristen and her video. If they watch the video, what happens during the video? The same thing that happened that you described. I feel like I know you. I feel like we go way back. I trust you. And then at the end of her video, when she says to get more free information or to get your hands on my free report or for more free videos, head on over to my website, kristeneckstein.com. And now she has traffic to her website. And followed up with her, I said, okay, so what? You got a video at the top. It's you at the beach. You're ranked in Google, but views don't make you money. The YouTube partner program, you can get 10 cents per 1,000 views. So, okay, great. She's got 60 cents by doing this. Kristen, tell me, what was the value of this? She said in the first week, in the first 7 days that video hit the #1 spot on YouTube and Google, she had 81 new subscribers to her email list. 81 new people gave her email address saying, I trust you with my contact info. And she had 1 sale. But that 1 sale was for a $10,000 coaching program.
Wow. That's awesome.
Totally.
That is awesome.
Like 6 or 7 months ago, if you still, as of this day, because I checked it this morning, Go to Google and YouTube and you type that in, her video is still #1. Now, what I get really excited about is if all these Google shifts and pandas and penguins and polls are changing the internet, video and YouTube videos are still stuck there at the top. They're ranked, and they're not doing much to change it. Now, there's a little algorithm change that's happened, but it's nothing to really worry about. We can talk about that in a minute. But why is she getting the traffic? Why is she getting sales from this? It started with the simple process, which is really the step one, which is the most important step. Step one is always the most important step. That she knew exactly what her ideal targeted customer is searching for. When they come to their computer, they're frustrated, they're upset, they're not happy, and they type in something into Google, which happened to be how to write a book and get it published. And they found her and her video, not somebody else. I mean, it can't get any simpler than that. A lot of times people say, oh, I'm going to make a video. Great. And they make their first video about why they've been in business for 20 years. Their second video, why you should hire them. Their third video is talking about all their experience and their credentials. No one cares. And no one, when they don't care, they're not going to go looking for that. And so you come back, James, YouTube doesn't work because I have 7 views on my video. Is because you don't have a valuable video. You don't have a boring video, which is the next part, which is step 2. If we know what our keyword is, how to jump higher, how to fall in love, how to make more money, how to use social media, whatever it is, you have to answer the question. You have to solve the problem. You have to provide value. If you don't provide value, you have to invest in them first before they. If you don't, they're gonna find someone who is. Someone else is. That's the thing. So many people are so afraid to I don't want to give them my secrets or what I'm doing or what's working or anything like that. This is what they pay me for. It's like, that's fine. Don't do it. But someone else is.
Exactly. And we have this conversation with our clients all the time because they don't want to give away their secret sauce. And we say the same thing. Like, people are searching. Someone else out there is already sharing it. Nothing is a secret. You can Google anything. So when someone's searching, do you want them to find you or somebody else? Like, these days, there's so much content out there.
There's an empty spot there saying, we're waiting for you.
Yeah.
Ready, we'll put your stuff here. No, they filled the gap. Someone else is. So let's do this. Let's do something really fun. Can you think of a current or past client that you've worked with? Because I know you do a lot of awesome work with people in all kinds of different niches. And then maybe we can kind of develop a little bit of how this works. We really bring it down from 30,000 feet and just put it into, like right there, like specific examples. You got a client or a business model?
Sure. Well, we have a client. One of our clients is that we are really pushing to do video is a personal trainer.
Okay.
It's a very, competitive space. Lots of people are talking about fitness and getting healthy, and he does online personal training and coaching. So for him, he's actually pretty good at providing value, but he could definitely use some videos that are a lot more just like sharing everything about getting fit. So
the personal trainer, I mean, this is so easy. Obviously we're gonna make sure we have really good keywords. Like what the first thing, and we're not gonna use this person's name. I don't know who this person is, and you're not gonna tell me their name. But let's say their name is Rick, and that way I can just use that.
How funny would that be if his name really was Rick?
It'd be my ESPN kicking in. So Rick is a personal trainer, and he's got videos up. The first thing I would do is, let's say he's got like 10 videos, and some of them are going to have views and some of them are not. What's really funny is that people who have been doing YouTube for a while experience this 80-20 rule, where like 20% of their videos, like 1 or 2 usually, are making 80% of the views. And it's because they had no strategy and they just randomly, magically chose the right keyword. It was a by guess. We want to make sure that 100% of your videos are getting those same results. So what I would first have them do, instead of saying, let's make more videos, let's spend more time making videos. I go, no, stop. You've already got 10 videos. Let's make sure that all of those 10 videos have a keyword that for him would be a minimum of 15,000 views a month. 15,000. How are we going to do that? We're going to go to the Google keyword tool. We're not going to go over the specifics of that on this call, but everyone should be able to play around with the Google keyword tool. Greatest research tool ever.
Yes.
And all of his 10 videos are got to have a keyword that has at least 15,000 views. So if, let's say he did a video like my favorite workout. Well, that no one's searching for my favorite workout, but they are searching for fat burning interval workouts. Well, there you go. Let's change the keyword. And then we want to make sure that we spend a little bit of time to get those videos ranked. Is when I type in fat burning interval workout, does your video come up or does the other guy? Well, if it doesn't, let's not make more videos yet. Let's make sure we maximize the results that are coming from the videos. And this is so exciting because most of the people listening to this have put up at least one video on YouTube, but it's buried down dark depths of YouTube. So we can breathe life back into it by doing a very few simple tweaks. So for example, let's say it's interval workout. Let's say that's the keyword. And when we go, oh, it's got 20,000 searches a month. People are looking for interval workouts all the time. So what do we got to do? The keyword's in the title. Interval workout that you can do in 20 minutes. Boom, there's his headline. Interval workout is in the description. Interval workout is in the tags. And this is really simple. When you're uploading a video, you can add and change this at any time. Then we're going to do something called a transcript, which you can get someone to do for you. To transcribe all the text that you are saying in the video into a text document, and you can upload that to YouTube. We'll talk about how to do those specifics in a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say that is we need to talk about that because people really don't like what a lot of people I know just put up the video and they're like, yeah, YouTube videos, they get ranked really, really high. And they just have the video and then you go on, I'm like, you didn't put any words. Like Google can't read your video.
It still says like myvideo.mp4.
Yes!
Oh, geez. So we're talking about like when it's up there, even if the video's 5 years old or it's 5 minutes old, these things still work either or. YouTube is always adjusting the algorithm based on who's the most relevant and who's got the best juice. So what he would do is he would make sure that the title, the keyword, the description all have, interval training as his keyword. And the transcript, hopefully, if he said interval training in the transcript, that entire transcript will now tell YouTube exactly what is said in the video. Mm-hmm. So these fun little experiments where I can say a video and in the middle of it, it says like, I love purple sponge cake. And just in the video, and then if you go to YouTube and type in, I love purple sponge cake, what do you know? My video shows up number one because it reads the transcript. Mm-hmm. Huge. Okay, so these little things we can do to tell YouTube what our video is about. Our video is about interval training. That's going to bump you up the search. If you were like on page 10, you're going to be on page 1 or 2 very quickly for that. There's a bunch of other little magic tricks that you can do, but right now what it's really coming down to is engagement. So what we love to do is blast these videos out using social media. So when you do things like share them on Facebook, do promoted posts, when you get people to share them and tweet them and tell people using annotations, like this video, share this video, do all that stuff, that interaction, that busyness on your video will help push it up the rankings. Mm-hmm. Because something's going on with this video down here at spot 8. All those other videos are kind of stagnant up there. We're going to push this one up. And you do that enough and you can get any video at the number 1 spot. And then when it gets to the number 1 spot, it just sits there. And like I said, we have videos that are 1.5, 2 years old, and they're still the number 1 spot, and they bring in the new views.
That's awesome.
It's not about, hey, let's just make 100 videos, and it doesn't matter if we don't have a strategy. We're just getting a bunch of content. It's like, no, do less videos and get them to the number 1 spot, and you'll get more of the views. So that's what I would do. As I would tell this guy, hold on, before you make video number 11, have you done everything you need to do with videos 1 through 10? And then we can go from there. Now, the last thing I'll say about Rick, our personal trainer, is that what I said before, bringing this full circle, is every video needs to have an intention. So our intention is to get people off of YouTube. That's the hilarious part of this whole thing is we don't want people on YouTube. We want to get them the heck off of it, and we want to get them to your website. So Rick would have a link in his description to his blog, a squeeze page, or his website. And if he hasn't for his current videos, in his future videos, he wants to end videos with an enticing call to action. So he'd say something like, all right, I'm Rick, your virtual personal trainer. I want to thank you for watching this video. Now, to get your hands on 7 days of free ab sculpting workouts, head on over to my website, absculptingsecrets.com, and I'll give you the 7-day workout absolutely free. Go ahead, click the link right below this video, and you can get that report and that 7-day workout free. Now that's going to get a few more people excited onto your site. So that's
Absolutely.
the first. We can talk another hour with Rick about what we can do, but you get the idea of how we can get started with him.
And I love that that you're mentioning these call to actions, because I think it's from video to your website to everything, just having that call to action and providing value, being able to offer, whether it's a free report or something that's going to drive somebody to click and go and take action to do something, because people are so inundated with emails. No one signs up for newsletters, or no one, I mean, people can watch a video and they think it's great, and now, moving on to the next thing, and they forgot about you in 3 seconds.
Gone.
So having a call to action.
Like the hypnotist I saw 3 years ago. Oh no, remember Mark. Yes, exactly. And that's the whole point. So definitely. So that's that's the good gist of that. Do you have anything else? What else? How are we doing?
Oh, you were giving us these tips. Are we done? Just that so identify the intention. Keywords.
I blended them together without like having this like stop number 1, number 2, number 3. So I'm just going to recap what I actually. I went over step 2 pretty quickly. But number 1 is starting with an intention, and the intention is always around ranking a keyword. That'll get you the traffic, right? How to write a book and get it published, interval training, how to find the man of your dreams. These are your keywords. What people are typing into Google. Step number 2 is to make sure you make a video that answers the question, solves the problem, or provides the value to the user. Not making a commercial about why you're so amazing because you've been in business for 30 years. I think it is amazing you've been in business 30 years, but your prospects don't yet. Not at this stage. And then step 3 is doing everything. Once you got to make the video. That's step 2, is make a great video, what I call video of value. Step 3 is when you upload it to YouTube, know that your job is not done. You're not walking away with a title that says video001.mp4. You put a keyword in the title, you put a keyword in the description, you put the keyword in the tags, you do something called uploading the transcript, and you get the interaction on there, and there's a few other little things that we'll talk about in a minute, but you boost the video rankings so that you get this to the top of the search engines. 3 steps. Find the keyword, make the video, optimize it.
Okay, cool. Well, James, I feel like we could talk forever and ever, because you have so much amazing information on how to do video. It's kind of ridiculous. And you actually have one of your products is called Video Traffic Academy. And that is the first that I actually bought when I was on a webinar, and I watched your webinar and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's awesome. And I bought Video Traffic Academy. I definitely did not do everything that I was taught. I need to go back and refresh and go back on and do some of those to my own videos. But when people are like, tell us a little bit about Video Traffic Academy and what people learn when going through it, because it's such an amazing, it's just an amazing product, and you're so great at walking people step by step what they need to do.
You made your first video, you think I don't know these things, was it December of last year?
You don't know. What do you mean?
Post that said when you said in the Facebook group when you made your first video, and I'm pretty sure I looked at the date, and it was 2011. So
that is so funny. Well, I have done videos before that, but I never had a strategy. I just was one of those like, cool, videos are fun, let me just do them.
Same was the first video after going through the course.
Yes.
So, I mean, the reason I bring that up is that you joined over a year ago.
Yeah. And
we actually just celebrated a 1-year anniversary of having the people go through it now, and it's been the most exciting experience of my life because I've been able to touch people in all over the world and see them have absolute amazing growth. But, or however, or and, what we did for the anniversary was we completely updated the course. I had a ton of new content, a ton of new bonuses, new training. The whole members area has been remodeled from the inside out, and we even upgraded. So if you haven't upgraded yet, please, Kate, make sure you email my
upgrade done.
Do that because there's a bunch of new content in there. So what it is it's a $100 program. It's called Video Traffic Academy. Now it's Video Traffic Academy 2.0. And what I do is I gave you the 3-step process, and you guys got that. But you notice there are things that even as good as I try to be, as great as I try to be as a teacher, I can't teach you through just this video interview. I want to give you the basics. I want you to know what you're getting into. I want you to know the strategy. But things like how to upload a transcript or how to get the video ranked or how to optimize your video properly, we have to go into a little bit more in-depth training. So what I do in the course, basically what I did is I took an idea in my head for a keyword, and I found the keyword, and I show you how to find the right keywords in your business that people are actually searching for that will turn from searches to sales. There's a big distinction there. And then how to take that keyword and turn it into a video, how to film simple videos, even if it's just you and an iPhone, and then what to do with that video afterwards. When you put it on YouTube, how do you get it ranked, how do you get it optimized, how do you get it viewed, and how you convert those views into traffic, leads, and sales. And the case study I used in the course is a video that's about a year and a half old as well, year and 6 months, still ranked at the #1 spot, still ranked in Google, and I haven't touched it since I made the course.
Wow.
And that's what I love, because if you just sat there for 6 months, 6 weeks, whatever, and just set a time limit and put out a video a week for just a few months, then you're set. And you can get these videos just up there, and they're still bringing in the traffic and the views, and you don't have to do any more work. So it's called Video Traffic Academy. I highly encourage you guys to sign up and join Kate and I, because we're in a private Facebook group. We're sharing each other's videos. There's like 3,000 people interacting every day on there.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second, because that is huge. And I think that you've created this awesome community. You get started, you start doing your video, and when you're finished, you can upload it onto, it's a private group, so not everybody can see it. You're not sharing your video to the world yet. And you ask for feedback and comments, and everybody is so responsive. And they really are honest with their feedback, which I think is great. They're not like, oh, thumbs up, great video. If they don't like it, they give feedback of what you should change.
Yes. They give way better advice than I ever would. So smart people in there, and I love it. It's very humbling to be a part of this group, and I learn from them every day. But also, when you share it there, you say, hey, my video's live, would like some love. They'll view your video, they'll like it, they'll share it, they'll subscribe, and it's like we get to have this secret weapon to everybody else. Because more subscribers, more views, more of all this juice and stuff helps create the momentum that you need to get all of your videos ranked. And it's we have this group that just creates that. We're the catalyst for that for you. And I think that is one of the most valuable things. And I encourage everybody, share your stuff. Help us help you.
Yeah.
Group does. So program's $100. It's $97. We got a link for you. It's marketingdivas.com/VTA. Really simple. marketingdivas.com/VTA. And as soon as you guys sign up, you click the community button. You request to join them. It's on Facebook. It's a private group, and then you go through the training. It's 5 modules, and you get to listen to my annoying voice for a couple of videos, and I just walk you through the whole process from start to finish. And it's one of those things where you rinse and repeat it, and you just keep doing the steps, and you can outsource it. You can give it to an assistant and have them do it, and whatever level you're at, you can see results with it. So.
Awesome. So yes, definitely sign up. It is awesome. It is just such a great tool. So, and video is just so amazing. So use video, go through Video Traffic Academy, click on the link below, get involved today. And James, we're going to do more of these, right?
Hey, why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Awesome.
Great on camera, by the way. Right? I had to learn it, and you're all natural and normal. So.
Ridiculous. James, it was so much fun. I'm very excited to do this more. And thank you so much for sharing. And you'll be back to teach us lots more about YouTube, because like I said, you have so much content. Still cracks me up that you are shy behind the camera, because you're unbelievable. I'll actually put some of my favorite videos of yours below so people can check them out. And I'm looking forward to our next call. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Kate. Take care, everyone.